Hello YouTube, it is that time again for my 350th subscriber contest. On Monday I hit 360 subscribers, so it was time to put this up. And I wanted to get it up before I went on vacation with my wife starting on Saturday morning actually. So first let me give you the question that you'll have to answer to get in the contest. And that question is, what video game or computer game did you get rid of in your game collection that you now regret getting rid of, and why? Down below, put a comment. That'll get you one entry into the contest, and if you do a video response, that will get you 3 entries into the contest. For me, there's a couple, but probably the biggest one right now that I regret getting rid of was a copy of a game. It's a sequel to a computer RPG game that came out in the 80s. This game now goes for hundreds of dollars, and I bought a copy of it. I actually got a factory sealed copy. It was in a group of games. I think the collectors didn't see that. It was Legend of Black Silver. Like I said, it's a sequel to Legacy of Ancients. And I found a factory sealed copy. I think I paid, it was like 5 games, and I think I paid $30 for it. Back then, when I sold it, I got about $150 for it. It's probably now worth $300, unfortunately. And it's not just because of the value. I really would like this game in my collection. I think it was a low production run. So it was one of the later games that came out, let's say for the Commodore 64 and the Apple. And I really regret getting rid of that game. I really would love to have it in my collection, but I'm not going to pay hundreds of dollars for the game, and it's just impossible to find this thing out in the wild. So let me show you the prize that you're going to win. There'll be one winner, and there are 3 different prizes you get to pick from. The first, as promised, is a Generation 1 Sega Genesis. It comes with 1 controller, the power supply, and the RF. I'm also going to throw a few games in, and yes, this is the one that I showed on Sunday in my pickups video. Just like I said, I was going to put it in my collection, or put it in the video for my 350 subscriber contest. The games you get, you've got the original Sonic. You got Sonic 2, and you don't get 1, but you get 2 copies of Sonic 3. The reason you get 2 copies, this is the copy that works, but the label's pretty messed up. This is Sonic 3. Decent label, but this is one that I got with the system on Sunday, and I couldn't get this game to work. I've cleaned it and still can't get it to work. So if you've got the right tools to undo the cartridge, you can swap out the cards, and you'll actually have a working copy of the game. And the final game is, just like I said, I had it in my collection. This is the bad copy of, kind of beat up, of Batman Forever. So that's the first prize. The second prize is another game system. This one's just a tiny bit older. That is the Colecovision. You're going to get the system with 2 controllers. 1 controller works pretty decent. The other controller, not so much. I'm really afraid of taking these apart because they're really complicated. The Genesis system I got on Sunday, that controller, the B button wasn't working, but I took it apart, cleaned the contact, and it works fine now. These can probably, the same thing can be done. Also, I am going to include in the information below on Atari Age, there's a gentleman named Yoshi who actually refurbs these. I can't remember if it's $20 or $30. I think it's $30 maybe for 2 controllers. He'll completely refurb the controllers for you. He'll even refurb the system for you for an amount of money. And he'll also AV mod the ColecoVision for you as well. What you're going to get is, you get the system, you're going to get the power supply, and you're going to get a RF adapter. It'll be a new style RF adapter. I've got those in stock now in my house, but I don't have the RF cable. I ordered a few online, so as soon as I get those, that'll go with that. The games you're going to get, there'll be 3 of them. These are the only, unfortunately, extras I had. You'll get Donkey Kong, you'll get Q*bert, and you'll get Super Action Baseball. finally, for the non-American people that unfortunately I really don't want to ship these systems outside of the U.S. Just because of how expensive it's going to be. For my fellow friends in Canada, up in the Great North, if you do want a console system and there's a Canadian that wins, as long as you pay half of the shipping, I'll ship them to you. And anybody outside the world, if you really want a console and you win it, and you're outside of the U.S., I will ship it if you pay it. But this is the prize that I figured most people outside the U.S. would accept. It's just 2 games that I've had, and I wasn't able to sell them. The first one is Valkyria Chronicles for the PSP, or 2 for the PSP, and Riviera for the Game Boy Advance. Both of these work, and I'll ship these anywhere in the world. So, but like I said, if somebody in Canada will pay half the shipping on one of these systems, I'll ship them to you. And if somebody outside of Canada or the U.S. would like one of the consoles, as long as you pay the shipping, I'll ship them. But this is always going to be the cheapest route because you'll get this anywhere and it won't cost you anything. I'll just throw it in a padded envelope and I'll ship it anywhere in the U.S. or in the world. All right, guys, that is my video. Just like I said, comment down below, and that'll get you 1 entry. If you do a video response, just let me know in the comments that you did one so I can watch it, and you will get 3 entries in my contest. This contest is probably going to end on September 18th, which is right before Retropalooza. Still trying to talk the wife into going. That's in Texas, so if there's a U.S. winner that's going to be going to that, I can bring it to you if you're going to go, if I end up going. But that's why I'm doing that. It's going to end, like I said, right before Retropalooza begins. So thanks, guys, for watching, and comment away.